What will you take payment? Not money.
Yes.
Okay, if I don't work here now, I want money. I take payment.
But before you, as you buy this bus, you are supposed to spray this bus.
But the one I buy, let's take buy. They never tell me. They never tell me say make I spray. But then I just me I spray. Where I want this money?
Some bandits and kidnapper and armed robber.
Okay, not be this one.
They use this kind of motor.
All do not be all this one. All those one they do rich and where they use BB most they kidnap children. They don't stop there. Now the poor man, they find.
I want go. I don't hear what you talk. I hear. So, now the Central Park now they so. Some of these drivers, many of them don't spend like 5 hours here. Some of them never go up to 3 trip. But the one went there Ring Road, went there New Benin, went there Ted Junction, don't go 5 trip, 7 trip, 8 trip. But the ones went there this Central Park. Nothing they happen. But I don't know why passengers now they come the Central Park.
One trip I don't go since morning. One trip I don't go yet since morning. They take us 5 hours to load one trip for this place. We know they see work.
Why people now they come the Central Park? Why?
People when they load for road, they know they let us they see work for here. We don't talk. Now no the one we will talk again. They know they let us they work for inside Central Park. People when they road, make they pursue they come Central Park.
Baba, how the family now? Come on for the first. How the family? You knew about this boss?
No, you don't tell. Boss don't tell. Don't listen. Don't say that Central Park here. We know they work with the sleep. You don't see my face.
They say now Central Park where we say all the passengers now supposed to be there.
Yes. But you see my face. You go listen to sleep at the sleep since morning while they here and only one trip I don't go.
How can you be saying that?
Not try to tell you. I dey lie for you. Go other park. Make me tell you whether would they lie.
Okay, why passengers not they come here?
Because they don't take over the place now.
Those ones where they King Square and everywhere.
They don't carry all the passengers. Yeah, where would they? On a pension would they receive here? Now here na pension.
Pension?
Yes. A pension would receive here. A pension would receive here now.
Okay. You know they are away. Say the insecurity what they face for Nigeria. That some bandits and armed robbers and kidnappers they use this kind of bus. That's why those state government they say go spray your bus to the yellow and red so that we go give you code as say now you get them.
It could remember spread the motor, but wait the money. I want to where they go now. I want to spend the motor. Can't go code again. If you go to other states, you paint your motor. Which one be code again? More spray our motor. More forget code. Now they give us wahala for here. We know ticket. We pay ticket.
No, we have to know the owner of the vehicle. We have to know your residential particulars. We have to know the owner in case of anything.
Yes, that one good. Well.
Central Park when we dey so now governor say make everybody dey work.
Yes.
Why come be say some go dey work for inside Ring Road? We now if we enter inside Ring Road, then go hold us. The mini bus dey work, they collect from them. They not dey come inside Ring Road. This is the surprise.
Are you saying this Central Park is not functioning?
It's not at all. People when they say.
Waiting they happen.
Okay. Instead you supposed to they watch film for phone.
Working all day.
For Central Park.
Working all day.
For Central Park.
This point now only what I download. Inside it go no let people.
Then you watch whole video driver for your phone.
I dey watch now.
Inside the road. People wey go there for here, wey go the enter motor for Omba like na inside the road. Where they will carry people come here inside the road. Why go be like that? Make them portray everybody enter Central Park.
Now why this short on?
For where?
But you want move
so? Now why don't move? I want to move now.
Augusta say make the dress, make the pursue the inside the road, make the enter Central Park. I been at inside the road, I be Central Park.
This morning I want trip. I don't go.
Talk that kind of macho man like you go send on one trip. When you drive bus, some people don't
Look my head. That age I senior you.
Yes.
No only one trip I don't go. On my way coming back, only 215 I carry come back. I know life for you.
Why is Sokoto in Agwalana Sokoto? Where Sokoto? I just discuss with my pastor. How we go do this play improvement day here? Now, whenever they buy ticket or we they live like all the world they buy ticket, like that we can't cry out. I don't. To God who made me now. Only one trip I don't go since morning. I reach here around to 6. Just look at the time now. I never lost a country. And before go reach me today, maybe around after. See, if not even reach me, I can't go blow.
Okay, what be the problem? What be the problem?
The problem is this. Now inside ring road be the problem where we get for here. Why come and create this state? I mean, this Central Park. And others say they get Central Park. You cannot try this mess in Lagos. Like Anambra, like waiting me here for Anambra now. They apprehend the passenger and the driver all the way from Iguado. No Iguado village.
Make I see you were called this side. So all these bus they never go.
Oh! Many don't come out now. They don't try to stay like they don't go outside. At all. How can you expect somebody to do the balance 10,000 or 5,000 naira? I go take get the balance for only one trip today. I load by 9 passenger. That 9 passenger 500. Just say for 500 naira. How much is it? 4,500 out. You come here. That for 5. I'll buy for 2,000 naira. I can't chop 1,000 naira. How much we can remain? He say ticket. They waiting until pay the ticket. I beg. I just discuss my second just now. I will go take this. Me know you know say see you for here.
However,
talking about something,
however, should they watch him? Shut up because we want make the governor make it see, make it hear him.
Problem where we get inside ring road. Inside ring road is the problem. There's no that problem where we get for it. Why we not the feed the work
that's
for?
That's why passengers not they come.
Yeah, that's all. If you, me I carry you for my motor, there your patrol. From here go to Oli and turn back. Maybe you hear what you go here for it. Inside ring road, inside go. To God only they talk am again. I blow empty all the way from the go market to this place. I not carry anybody. Any passenger ring road. When I was stopped, they say inside ring road. I go move. How can we make it from here to all the way from Iguado to ring road? They'll say inside ring road. Why is the essence of creating this
So
place?
the problem is say now those bus what they say
those bus. And my effort to the government, that's the only way I think this thing can stop. Apprehend the passenger and the drivers.
Why passengers not they come here?
Yes. Why they if they don't announce just for a week, he go stop. He go stop. Arrest the passenger and the driver. He happen for other state.
Any passenger when no one go say
yes. If they arrest him, if they hold the bus, they hold the driver joiner. They hold the passenger. That is the only way can solve the way the place go get the improvement. True to God, and they tell you. Wait, see my pocket. See what you remember from my hand. May I bring on my pocket, come on. See what you remember from my pocket. I don't go only one thing. It's money. See what you remember from my pocket.
No, wait, Oga. As an area journalist, and not be quick journalist. As we they talk, so governor, everybody they hear. You see, we go continue today. Hammer them. I don't fair interview you last year.
Yeah, so.
And we go continue to the talk. It they surprise us. Say with the billions of naira where those state government invest for this Central Park. We don't know why passengers know they come here. If you go King Square na gaga, if you go New Benin na gaga, if you go Tejoshon na gaga, if you go Pebahi na gaga, go Aduawa na gaga, go Ogbowo na gaga. I can't see mature men like una. They sleep. Some they watch one video. Some go play lotto. Some don't.
Yes, now.
That God will do it for there.
What do you want make the governor here now?
Wait till one make governor here for them. Say make governor here or cry. Say we not defeat the work for here.
For this Central
How many man now if they carry money go out town? You buy this time 1,000 naira. Wait till one is that too. 1,000 naira. So time no see money take balance. You see people waiting here now. Most of them they be owner to repair motor they had.
Yes.
They had.
So solution awaiting this.
Solution we say we dey find now say make government put type for say inside good. Make the pursue all of the enter so that passenger will fit dey enter here so that we fit dey work.
Now we talk for kids you say
let them set
a pidgin English program.
Many I want to talk.
Okay. Let them set task force. I know say they fit not get 100%. They fit get like 80% or 70%.
Task force to do what?
To apprehend anybody who enters ring road.
Okay, with the passengers or any bus.
If they catch any bus driver, if that bus driver pay 5,000, the passenger will pay 2,000 because na them they lure drivers. Maybe they come from a Ghana and they blow empty. I no see passenger carry. I just reach one place. I see people gather. Say side road. I look myself. I no get money. I go carry them. Make I see money. And when I go reach there, because I not there before, they go home me, collect the home money.
That means to say, those state Ministry of Transport.
They know they try. They know they try.
Yes. I beg you.
If you say
I want beg our state governor. The people we put may declare inside ring.
Ministry of Transport, Edo State. Ministry of Transport, Edo State. You need to organize You never spread this bus. You never spread this bus now. You never get the color. They use this kind of bus. They do iki. You also spray.
I also spray.
That's February 1st they give you now.
I'll spray.
February 1st too.
Yes.
Spray mo. To general. Now let's go work for Ring Road. 100. Oh boy, your matter. So now so the color supposed to be all the buses. All this time, okay. All those people when they use minibus, they operate. We get security people when they look for now. For not catch anyone.
That make us still turn to minibus so that they not go see us if they come. We'll take them on our way.
That's all. All those people they use minibus, they do iki.
Now
they look for the
yes. Now the thing say now inside work, not the work.
Not the day there. In not there. Where? May they not say. Hey. Move. Hey. When you want to spray the bus now? When you want to spray the bus? Why? Color code now. They use a rub this kind of bus.
That color code say rub.
So you go see many of the minibus. Clear. So you go see inside Ring Road everywhere busy. Now the Central Park from the come just now. You go see I say Alpha. It clear. Why you never go get your color code now?
The country good.
You see that? You see that? Why no?
Also no.
Maririka, you never spray the bus now. You never spray.
I go spray, bro.
Why no? Welcome. Where you want spray? Where you want go get the color code? Abi, you want you?
We will get her.
We'll get her very soon. Okay. You see, I'm inside Ring Road. Inside Ring Road. Why people they always come they load for this inside Ring Road?
Because we reason and say, we know they see passenger for according to Central Park way tell us where they go. Because motor too many for there. All of us enter there now. You know go contain.
Central Park drivers so that don't frustrate them.
We they see the kind of passenger now because the passenger when see they come for that side, they see they come for this side. Because if we everybody enter the Central Park, nobody will nowhere to park. All of us will their side. Because they see the kind of passenger, we see the kind of passenger. Now make car.
You know you said that use this guy bus go rob yesterday night.
Me never know that one.
You know you said just come and say make you spray your bus.
Yes, I don't hear that one. But according to the time when they tell me say when they will take come out, I'll spray my bus.
Don't turn it around. Don't chop the note.
Inside Ring Road. What is inside this Ring Road? People when they walk this kind of your work with the Central Park, they say you don't frustrate them.
The truth is this general. My people now good evening. If na go dey load now, I dey go market, Barake go. Passenger they no see side go on the entire motor. If you tell them say Central Park, you no go see passenger carry. I dey tell you the truth. Not be say because it's side Ring Road, not in the side Ring Road. If you dey come from a gun now, na side Ring Road you dey see. If you tell them it's Central Park, they still know side Ring Road. They know from Central Park trek. From that junction trek come side Ring Road, they say no, they no agree. Now you, my brother,
that means say passengers will still get our own fault too.
I dey tell you now, ask them. If na lie they talk so, ask passengers say wetin this driver talk so, whether na lie he talk. But the fact they no want from there truck, they no want trek come at all.
People with the Central Park never go to triple.
People other than that they get their own motor. Now laziness work be that.
This one he must shasha.
He must complete my driver, they know that they talk. Now my motor boss. I dey tell you.
Inside Ring Road, Agrito.
What is happen?
Inside Ring Road. I don't know why you know they go Central Park, go enter motor.
Now that they go so now.
Central Park.
Yes now.
Okay, I don't find no compliment of the season. It go good. Alpha.
Continue good.
Go clear. Come on. Those people when they Central Park, that's all I don't frustrate them. Why not they look for Ring Road? Why not they go Central Park?
No, we're not frustrated. We're not frustrated.
Why you never spray your boss? Why you never spray your boss?
No, people many for them. I make another spray, so I dey wait so that.
Now yellow pet remain. Oh, see there, Esther. I talk any person when they use mini bus they rob, we self get security when they look for now. So if not catch anyone, go outside. If they use the mini bus rob, then they look for them.
We defend them. We defend them, bro. So,
inside the ground, Sam, the Central Park now they happen like this. I hear they happen, no. Hey, what? Why now they always they carry passenger for Siren Road? Passenger, why not they go Central Park go the enter motor?
How want they talk? The Central Park will continue the motor where they been.
No, everywhere go though. How do you also now?
What do you mean it?
Why you never spread this bus? They use a do armed robbery yesterday. They use this kind of do kidnapping yesterday. Why you always dey load for Siren Road? Passenger, why you not dey go Central Park go enter motor?
Yeah, the truth be say inside for Central Park, we know they fit meet up target like balance. But for inside Ring Road, we dey meet up balance.
Yes. Inside Ring Road?
Inside Ring Road, yes.
Inside Ring
Road. We fit take care of our family very well.
Inside Ring Road.
And many of the passengers no fit trek, they come Central Park.
Well, you know they go Central Park go enter motor.
They carry load most times, and most of them are advanced women. They don't of age already.
Why you never spray this bus now? Why you never spray the bus?
No, sir, I never said I will get the motor.
Why you know they work for inside Central Park? Why you dey load for inside Ring Road here?
My name is Tofioto.
Your name is Tofioto?
Tofioto, the best time they drive the motor for.
Okay, Tofioto.
Tofioto. You don't hear that name before?
Tofioto, I just hear that now. Tofioto. Everywhere clear. It clear. Hey, whoa! Inside Ring Road. Hey, whoa! Inside Ring Road. Hey! Sit down. Now there be this. I see you sit down. Hey, whoa! Why you not like to go Central Park go load inside Ring Road? They say yesterday some armed robbers and kidnappers they use this kind of your bus. That's why I just take government say make you go spray your bus, make you get your color code. You know yesterday they use it for iki.
Apart from color code, apart from bus, private car owners still they use their own to do robbery. You know they use plate number till they track them. How do you when they snatch they rob because not be plate number they track them? So why must it be compulsory in a bus color code?
Inside Ring Road. Move. Inside Ring Road. Okay. Inside Ring Road. Madam, why you know they like to go Central Park go enter motor? Why you prefer to enter sharp for here? Central Park there you know they go. Why? Government wants start to the arrest passenger. And the family now. Nice work today. Hello. Ọwọ́ àgbá balance na ọwọ́ àgbá. Togo. This na popular guy. Togo, I get problem.
What is the problem now?
The problem is say people wey dey work for that Central Park. They say all these buses wey dey side go they don't frustrate them. Why all these buses? Why not they say make they go Central Park? Why?
You know say for now the union no dey work. Because driver talk to driver understand. So when government make them try, when they let union start to work so that they go arrange their drivers for each place so that the motor dey load. So now be the thing. Drivers don't get papa now, they don't get mama. They just dey like say.
Except for Edo State now, drivers they don't get papa.
They don't get papa, no mama, because nobody there where they control them now. Anywhere with belle face and I will dey now. So they need to do something. I say be my brother.
I greet you also now.
We thank God.
I tell inside ring road. We take for inside the ring road. How you dey now? Correct, how the family now? Wait. Now inside ring road now with this so. How far now the also now? I know. You know, so most of these guys, they carry this bus, balance and carry. Yeah. Some of them now, for one person, they must balance, but people, they say...
Today, they left my 4 tire, how did Vigilante? I don't know what happened. They don't fall my 4 tire, I don't come out the valve. What we do there, we don't know. Government may come to our arrest.
They say, why you know they go, they load this your passengers for inside Central Park?
I park where? Central Park don't full. All the almost don't go Central Park.
You know, yesterday they used the kidnapper, use this kind of bus to armed robbery.
No, I don't hear that one, no. But we don't do that one. I'll load with the load.
Why you never spray the bus?
I go spray money never day.
Clear.
Aiza.
Clear.
Papa Rome airport, hungry day.
It's everywhere. Sir. Now inside the ring road at this so. Clear. Even the passengers to go to Central Park. They like to enter sharp. Everywhere good. Our business now. Everything. What did she talk? She said she watched me for television. When we bless one Aisha, we'll go buy fruits for them, buy water. He said, why be say in not reach her hands? Who want drink water? Make her take. Amen. 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 I don't go. Inside ring road, agree to. You see a person, they like to go Central Park, go enter motor. I don't know why. Sharp at this side ring road. This side ring road now we do so. This side ring road though. They go do. This side ring road. This side ring road. People when they work for Central Park, they soon don't frustrate them. They say that one trip that they go.
But Central Park don't control everybody now. If I say everybody go, they not control everybody now. You don't know what you know.
Why you never spray this bus?
This bus and next month. Next month.
February.
Yes.
Correct. Everywhere clear.
As it be not too clear, based on say the nation wey we dey like this time, we no fit go thief, but the street not dey friendly. So all these mini buses say me dey explain, make una give them time. At least if the school doesn't start, make dem still manage yourself, fish small thing, gather up, do the needful. Abeg, una take it easy for everybody. Nigeria no easy. Abeg, una
people wey dey Central Park say they no fit work.
People wey dey Central Park wey dey no fit work. That place, the place too, maybe too small for them, too big for them. Make dem try to make the place to be bigger than the way it is, so that more population will be coming, so that they can help us to be working.
Give me small thing now.
We not get tell people will say make it pity for us. I beg, make pity for us.
Give me small thing now.
People will make pity for Nigeria no easy.
I agree to.
Waiting they happen. ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you for joining us on the program held to Living on ITV. I am Adisuwa Sawage. So sometimes when your stomach is having a party, like a bit of a wide party, and a lot of things are going on in your stomach, and sometimes you'll be wondering what's really happening. Why are all the women having a party? What is happening to me? You may not know. So today we want to talk about peptic ulcer disease. And we have Dr. Jolly Nosa Igoma, who is going to be talking to us about that little party that always happens in your stomach, that one that you neglect, where to go to, how to go about it, and how to know if you are suffering from peptic ulcer disease. Dr. Nosa Jolly Igoma, a pleasure to have you join us today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. And it's like we're meeting for the first time this year.
Yes, yes. Happy New
That's
Year.
awesome. Thank you for joining us. So, Doctor, quickly, talk to us about peptic ulcer disease. What is it? What are the causes, the symptoms, and of course, maybe possible treatment and prevention? Let's do all of that.
Yes. Peptic ulcer disease is the commonest disease condition that we have in gastroenterology. What I'm saying is that the field of medicine that is concerned about the disease that affects the intestine, that has to do with the abdomen, has to do with gastroenterology. So that is to say that patients will always come down with pain in the abdomen. And there are different organs in the abdomen. And those organs play a different role. For as much as we humans, we eat to survive, it therefore means that there are organs that are concerned about digestion.
Okay.
And one of those prominent organs that is concerned for digestion is the stomach. The stomach also produces an acid, what refers to as the hydrochloric acid. Any food that you eat that goes to the mouth, masticates, the tooth process, it goes through the esophagus, which is the gullet. From there it goes to the stomach. The stomach produces an acid, and the essence of this acid is to help to detoxify and, tend to destroy every microorganism that will have been in the food that we have ingested or eaten. But you get to understand that this acid, as well as the pepsin, can also act as an agent that will eat up those organs.
Okay.
So, for example, when the hydrochloric acid that is produced by the stomach, when it begins to destroy the stomach wall itself, somebody can begin to have a sore.
So why does it destroy the lining of the stomach?
There are factors that are responsible for this. Of course, the word peptic ulcer means that we can have sore in the esophagus, we can have sore in the stomach, we can have sore in the duodenum. That is to say that we have three types of ulcers. We have three types of peptic ulcers. It can be esophagus, that is the gullet. It can be the stomach itself. It can also be the first part of the small intestine, which is the duodenum. You see, there are some risk factors that will make somebody to be prone to developing this destruction of the lining of the mucosa, which covers, the stomach wall and the duodenum, to prevent acid from destroying them. Normally, there are defense mechanisms. It's supposed to be protected against self-destruction. But when somebody has an exposure to an organism referred to as Helicobacter pylori,
and what's
the commonest cause of ulcer worldwide is a bacterial infection.
Okay. It's not the ingestion of too much pepper, because that's what people
what people believe. But I will tell you that when you ingest pepper because of the spiciness of those pepper, you must have an ulcer. I would say that the pepper itself is an aggravating or a triggering factor. So the commonest cause of ulcer is presence of bacteria,
and so
which you can actually
not fasting, not starving yourself of food.
Not at all. It's just one of it anyway, but it doesn't come first. But somebody that has an ulcer and is not, undergoing prolonged fasting, it tends to exacerbate it. It tends to bring about relapse or remission in any way, because the ulcer itself is a chronic disease condition that lasts a decade, even sometimes a lifetime. For as much as once you are diagnosed of ulcer, yes. even when we know that the incriminating factor is a Helicobacter pylori, even after the elimination therapy, when the causative agent has been removed, there are do's and don'ts. There are some certain food you have to abstain from to avoid this relapse of this ulcer. So the Helicobacter pylori is the commonest cause of this ulcer, which is capable of causing destruction to the lining of the mucosa of the stomach, as well as the duodenum. How do we get this Helicobacter pylori? We can get it through fecal-oral route, as in maybe coming in contact with stool of somebody who has a Helicobacter pylori. Using toothbrush used by somebody that has a Helicobacter pylori. Vomiting, coming in contact with vomiting. Because it dwells in the stomach. That is where the bacteria dwells. Lives. And what this bacteria causes is to cause destruction of the lining of the stomach. Not only that, apart from the Helicobacter pylori, we also have people that abuse pain medication. You see, pain is the commonest symptom. Some person come down with tooth pain, they come down with rheumatoid arthritis, they come down with headache, they come down with all kind of pain. And when you take pain without doctor prescription,
that's why you take painkillers.
You take painkillers, exactly. When it's actually a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory.
And that's one of those drugs that people abuse.
Yes, it's the commonest drug of abuse. I will tell you that the possible disadvantage or complication, the NSAID, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, those painkillers will cause for you is the ulcer. So those NSAID can also cause destruction to the lining of the mucosas of those stomach or the duodenum I told you about. Not only that, apart from those NSAIDs, we also have people that take alcohol. Excessive alcohol abuse can also cause destruction. Not only that, people that smoke. You see that the cigarette that people smoke, the cigarette contains a carcinogenic substance, the benzoyl-heparin. And when the benzoyl-heparin is digested, because of the metabolite it forms, like the benzoyl-heparin 7-hydroxydithionate, it tends to, cause destruction to the lining of the stomach, thereby causing patients to be prone to developing peptic ulcer.
Okay.
Not only that, there are some disease conditions when you are in stress during deprivation, during stress, during, passing through acute difficulties, you can begin to have stress ulcer.
Okay, doctor, I'm going to pause you there. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, you have opportunity to ask Dr. Jolly questions that but as on this topic we're talking about today, peptic ulcer. If you have any question at all to call Dr. Jolly, we'll put the number on air so that you can call us. We'll take a short break now. Thank you so much for joining us again on the program Health Living. If you check your screen now, the phone number is there. Please copy it and give us a call so that you can ask Dr. Jolly any question you want to ask on peptic ulcer. A lot of persons, at least today, will know that peptic ulcer is not caused by fasting or starving yourself and all of that. There is something already in your system that causes it. And if you come in contact with all that Dr. Jolly have said to us this afternoon, so give us a call on that number on your screen right away, and you'll be able to talk to Dr. Jolly Nosai Guma. So Dr. Jolly, let's look at the symptoms of peptic ulcer disease. How will somebody know that he or she has peptic ulcer?
Yes, the commonest symptom of peptic ulcer is pain in the epigastrium. The person will have pain between the breast or sometimes in the upper part of the chest region. And this pain is a burning pain that can even wake patients up at night.
Okay.
Or that comes up very early hour of the day, that is very early in the morning. The pain, very excruciating. Apart from pain, patient can also have indigestion. Patient can have nausea and vomiting. They can have loss of appetite for food. And patient can also experience bleeding, usually when there is a complication, what we call hemorrhagic peptic ulcer. Not only that, there might be food refusal or the tendency to now begin to eat, little foods. That is when there are complications. Not only that, patients can also experience weight loss or can also experience what we call anemia, usually when the symptom is asymptomatic, other than patient just going for medical assessment, and we now found out that the PCV has reduced, not knowing that there have been passage of blood through the stool.
Is it self-diagnosed, or you have to go to the hospital to find out?
Yes, just like as I said earlier on, the commonest symptom of this ulcer is pain, which is usually felt at between the breast, but not ulcer will manifest symptoms. Some ulcers is just asymptomatic until the complications start coming, like a patient that is bleeding, that is experiencing hemorrhagic peptic ulcer, is bleeding, in the having upper GIT bleeding. So such patients, when there's stool, there's usually passage of melanal stool, what we call dark stool. So that patient might begin to have weakness over time because of the excessive loss of blood, via the stool. And when a laboratory investigation is not conducted, we'll now find out that the PCV has reduced. So in trying to evaluate the cause of the PCV, we now know that, this patient has an ulcer after doing other laboratory tests or investigation.
All right, the number to call is 0807777, that's 470300. Call in to ask Dr. Chole questions about peptic ulcer. Perhaps you're suffering from it, or somebody who is suffering from all of the symptoms that he has mentioned. Okay, Dr. Chole, is it a preventable disease, curable disease, treatable disease? Let us know.
Yes, ulcer is a preventable disease, but it's a worldwide disease, and persons with blood group A, we research, are most likely to suffer the gastric ulcer.
Okay, blood group A.
Blood group A, yes. People
not
with blood
genotype now, so don't mistake it. Genotype is different from blood group.
Blood group A.
Positive or negative?
Either positive or negative. As far as you are blood group A, you are most likely going to suffer the gastric ulcer. Whereas those that are blood group O, they will have what we call the duodenal ulcer. Not only that, for people that are older, maybe from the age of 45 to 60, 45 and above, they come down more with, duodenal ulcer. Whereas the gastric ulcer, people that are younger, 20s, 30s, as the case may be. But in overall, I will tell you that in preventing the peptic ulcer, other than those predisposing,
factors that you mentioned already. Yeah.
When you are avoiding smoking, automatically you are preventing ulcer for yourself. And when you also mind the kind of drug that you take, that will iatrogenically result to the destruction of the lining of the stomach.
Well, you just talk about painkillers being a factor. What about prescription drugs?
Yes. When you take prescription, when pain is actually a symptom of many disease conditions. When you begin to treat pain, you are not using pain. That is more of a symptomatic treatment. When the cause of the pain is treated, you might not even need to live on painkiller.
Painkillers.
So a good doctor should be able to tell you the need of curing the cause of the pain than taking painkiller for a long time that will now, result to the destruction of the lining of the stomach, thereby causing the peptic ulcer disease. Not only that, when you avoid excessive intake of alcohol, you're also preventing, peptic ulcer. Then the use of spicy food, excessive salt intake, fried foods. When you take food in moderation, of course, you're also preventing the peptic ulcer disease.
Okay. Let's look at treatment. How is treatment like?
Yes, the treatment of peptic ulcer is after a laboratory investigation has been done. Okay. As I said earlier on, the commonest cause of peptic ulcer is Helicobacter pylori. So when we do the urea breath test, it's a test that is conducted where the presence of Helicobacter pylori is not detected in the carbon label urea breath test. Of course, we cannot do what we call the elimination therapy by trying to kill or destroy this bacterial organism from the stomach. Not only that, we can also evaluate the presence, because not actually all symptoms that patient presents, not all abdominal pain.
All right, Doctor, hold on. I think we have a caller. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, please tell us your name and ask your question.
My name is Victor. I'm calling from Benin.
Okay, go ahead with your question, Victor.
It's not concerning there's something I want to confirm, ma'am.
Okay.
My wife, before she had a nursing flow, she was really busy. So I thought it was pregnancy, so I bought breastfeed and it showed she was pregnant. But she's still feeling her measures and she's feeling pains.
Okay, your wife is pregnant, she's still in her period, and she's having pains. How old is the pregnancy?
Just like 3 weeks now.
3 months? 3 weeks pregnancy, doctor.
Okay, might just be an implantation bleeding.
Okay.
Well, it's possible for somebody to bleed physiologically when the blastocyst or the embryo is trying to implant to the endometrium of the uterus. Your wife can just experience small bleeding at that particular point in time. But it's not a thing that you have to overlook. An ultrasound scan will have to be done to see if it's a placenta problem. Because when the placenta is at the lower segment of the uterus, so that might also, what we call placenta previa, that might also be the cause of the bleeding. Okay. So I would advise you to go and do an ultrasound scan. But notwithstanding, if an ultrasound scan is conducted and the embryo is in a good state, it therefore means that it's a physiological bleeding, what we call the implantation bleeding.
Okay, thank you for calling. So, doctor, let's continue with our treatment.
Yes, the most important thing is for us to know the incriminating cause of this ulcer. And I will tell you that if other test is conducted, like the gastroscopy or the gastroduodenoscopy, we might be able, we will be able to know if actually the pain.
Hello, caller. Can you reduce the audio level in the television set and ask question? Who are we speaking with? Hello? Okay, doctor, just go on. I'm sure.
So we have to know exactly if the cause of the pain is as a result of peptic ulcer, because other pains might also mimic the peptic ulcer. Okay. It could be pancreatitis. It could be, a gallbladder disease. So these are the things that we have to roll out before we now say, okay, we have to treat this ulcer. The reason why laboratory investigation, we cannot use the symptom alone to treat the patient. There are other tests that have to be carried out. And not only that, surgery might also be an option, especially when there are complications. I will tell you that patients who have had just a normal peptic ulcer in the past, but with complication of perforation means that with time, there is now a white tear in the lining of the stomach or the duodenum, as the case may be.
Okay, we have a call. Hello, caller. Hello. Okay, I think the caller left. All right, doctor, what's the way forward now as we round up?
Yes. You see that in treatment of the peptic ulcer, there are medical treatments, there are surgical treatments. But the surgical treatment, most often than not, is when the medical treatment fails. When I say medical treatment, it involves the use of medication without surgical intervention. So when we plan patient for surgical intervention, it means that the medical treatment is not working. And in that case, we can even bypass the stomach if there is, a sore. When we say ulcer means sore. Just like the way somebody can have a sore in their lower leg or their leg, as the case may be. So the sore in your stomach is what we call the ulcer. So we can bypass the sore, or we can even do what we call a partial gastrectomy by cutting off that sore, doing a repair, what we call Barrett type 1 or Barrett type 2, depending on the bypass we want to do.
Okay, Dr. Jolly, our time is up. I want to say thank you so much for finding time to be with us on the program, and we hope to do this again. A lot of persons now know that ulcer can be very dangerous and it can be very deadly if you do not take action on time. So thank you, doctor, for your time. We'll see you again next week on the program Healthy Living. Bye-bye.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
Good day and welcome to WIC, Women in Conversation. This is where we talk about women, everything, love, everything. When I say love, not the other way love. We also talk about the other way love, but we talk about Christ's love, you know, how Christ has asked us to love one another, you know. And then this is where women come to open up whatever they think is bothering them. And I am Patricia Ulomo Gabriels. I usually don't do this alone. I have Chisom Agbafo. Chisom Agbafo is a legal practitioner. Chisom.
Hi, Patricia. Nice meeting you.
Your sunshade is saying it all. And we have a new face in the house. Oh, yes. We have Mercy Onwonode Igwe. She is a founder and executive director of Heavens for the Hopeless Foundation, HHF. Yeah. Mercy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me open the card again and let you know who Mercy is. Mercy is a police officer. You try me, we get you arrested.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Wow.
And then, of course, we have Abiodun Dejonwo. She is the CEO, Abigail Cut. Abiodun, you're welcome.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you for joining us. Of course, I know your schedule is tight, but you made sure you joined us on this special episode. Thank you for coming. Anyway, so let's go down the drain. Let's, you know, enjoy today. We're going to be having so much fun today, so much to talk about, so much. In fact, there's a topic that we just picked right here and now. And there's a reason why we picked that topic. We might let you know the reason and we might not let you know the reason. But let's go to the first topic we have today. We're going to be talking about the girl child and the boy child. A writer once said, his name is Joseph Brendan, my dad was advising a man that was complaining about his wife not giving birth to a boy child because the man said, how will his name survive? And my dad said something that made me go crazy with my goals. He said, if you want your name to live and not die, make a name for yourself. Your kids cannot keep your name alive. If you want your name to survive, give your name life by doing things that people will talk about when you are dead. And he used the example of talking about Nnamdi Azikiwe. Let me come back home. I don't want to call the international names. He talked about Nnamdi Azikiwe. He said, who remembers his children, but his name is still ringing bell? So let me ask questions here. What is your take on a girl and a boy child? These men that complain, oh, I want a male child, and then, you know, some of them go outside wedlock to, you know, try to get a male child. What's your take on that, Chisom?
Okay, well, first of all, you know, I just want to balance well because the issue of a boy child, girl child is a, you know, an unending discussion, debate in Africa. Let me say Africa, because they place a lot of emphasis on or a lot of pressure on giving birth to a male child. Africa is more or less centered on patriarchy, you know, everything they are doing, and then they use the Bible to justify it and say, the Bible, somebody was telling me, Jesus was so reasonable for calling 12 men. Why did he do that? So why didn't he, you know, at least put one female there and all of that? That's why you know that the world is run. It's a man's world, right? And so because of that impression, every other person thinks that, you know, a female gender is a weaker sex or lesser than the men. But, you know, I thank God for what it is today because the world has changed. We have women who are making good money. We have women in there. I don't think there's a space where you can say this is for only men. Women have already saturated the whole field, and that is amazing. So it's more or less on the quality of investment, right? You're investing in a child, regardless of if it's a boy or if it's a girl, and then that's your investment. The output, you're seeing it that this lady is making a lot of impact in this space and all of that. So the moment they start, you know, doing this stigmatization, it must be a male child. For what? To keep the name? I was even telling somebody on Twitter, I mean, I made a post, a very controversial viral post that I got a lot of threads, and because I said, you know, let's normalize women not changing their names when you get married. And a lot of people say, oh, you're a feminist, you're saying this thing, because there's no law that says a woman should, you know, change her name and all of that. So just because of that sense of, oh, I should carry his name, I should carry his name. There are women out there who have their name alone in rooms, you know, has made a lot of impact for a lot of people. So people should stop, creating that stigma and all of that on the male child is better than the female child. It's a child, whether boy or girl, they can make an impact anywhere. So yeah, that's what I take.
Chisom. I mean, I don't think the other people have what to say because you almost, putting everything together. But let me go to you, Mercy. Okay, my mom once said to my younger sister, who has 2 girls, and she looked at her and said, "You don't know how blessed and lucky you are." So I was like, "Why?" And she said, "A girl child. 1 girl child is like 10 male children." I don't know how true that is. Is that true?
So let me start with the fact that I thank you for starting the whole conversation, because the truth there, when it comes to the boy child and the girl child, over time I've seen that when we talk about the value, you now say, okay, this is better than this. It means you have a value, you have something you are placing on one that you feel this one is much more better than it. By the time I look at all the things, all the indices that our parents, our fathers, our mothers are putting in place to judge if the boy child is better than the girl child, I look at all of those indices and I bring it to play as at now. They are nothing to write. Okay, talk about a male child saying, okay, a male child is better than a girl child because he feels he can continue the name of the family. Haven't you seen male children who wants to continue the names of the family, and the parents are like, please don't mention my name out there. Please don't
give me one reason why.
Don't mention that you belong to this family because I don't want issue. At some point, because these are things we see every day. I have seen male children who, at the long run, you'll be like, no, it would have been better we didn't have a male child. And I'm not saying it's not happening with the females too. But what we are saying now is that the issue here should not be who is better than who. Then what we should be looking at is that, okay, how can we make these children, either boy or a girl, empower them with the needed knowledge that they need to be able to become all of the blessings, all of the needed gifts that we need in our time and generation. So that should be the conversation, not that a boy is better than a girl child. I know all of these things are from the place of how will I put it? Let's say societal norms, where we are beginning to feel, oh, because this is the way it has been from. But I think with time now things are changing. Please, let's even look at it as at now. You are beginning to see women rising to frontiers where it has been said it's only the male, the only men can do this. See women rising to those spaces and they are doing, gallantly well. And that is beginning to fault the perspective our foreparents were having about the female gender. So things has changed over time. So when you talk about the fact that your mother said one girl child is better than, okay, over time it has been reviewed that when it comes to their old age, parents during their old age, they need attention, they need care, and that is innate when it comes to the female child.
I was talking to a male yesterday, a very matured man, who told me, I was amazed because of his position. He just said to me, I need to stop by in my hometown. I said, what are you going to do? I need to go see my mom. He said it like a baby. So I was like, you say?
It's enough for him.
He said, yes, in my busy schedule, things are tight, but I need to find a time to go see my mom. So I was like, okay, bring her in since, he said, no, I don't want to inconvenience her. I want to go see my mom. So we have some men who are as good as a female child. Sure. But Abiodun, over the time, men, pardon me if I will use a particular region in the country, the Igbos would always tell you they want a male child. Yes. Some of them don't even want to train their female child to school. They will rather train their male child to school. And the reason they will tell you is because she'll be married away, but the male child remains in the house. What's your take on this, Abiodun?
As you've all said, the thing is, to me, every child is important, and there should be in this day and age, we shouldn't be differentiating. You want a son, you want a female child, because to me it boils down to, the Bible says, train up a child in the way you want to go, and when it goes, you will not depart. So it's how you train that child.
It doesn't have to be female or male.
Because I hear people say that, there's a billionaire, he said, you want a female child. And I said, why? He said that because when he grows old, the female will look after him, because he said he never went to
After his
had time for his
parents.
own mother,
Yeah.
or so it's all different. You just said now that this was a male. It depends how they were trained,
Trained,
and
yes.
also their personality.
Yeah.
Some people might have been born with certain, but when you train them that this is the way, this is the good way to do things, and some men cook very well. Very well.
Yeah, my son does.
Yeah.
My son does.
They cook very well.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not about it's what you deposit, what you train a child that it will come. But this topic about the tradition, Igbo tradition, I know is still active today,
Yes,
and
in
this
some
is because
areas,
they
yes.
want. Even I had a friend recently that her mother passed away, but before when her father passed away, everything was for the son, and even the thing that was supposed to be mother. So I was like, they still have this strong tradition. So, but I think he's going to take education. He's going to take reorientation. Just to make sure that women and male they're the same. Because it causes a lot of issues. Because there's sibling rivalries right now. Because sometimes you see the female that's the one that helped the mother that did this, and then the male will now come. I just hear so many things that when the dad died, they threw the female child out of the house. Things like that. So I think there needs to be a deep discussion and counseling with this tradition to try to stop. It's not just about you just want a child, your male child, to carry your name. Legacy. A female, they can do the same, but be fair. There should be fairness. There should be you should find a way where it's not going to cause sibling rivalries. It's not going to cause issues on ground. So to me, nowadays, even female, they have combined surnames. So female too can carry on with your name if you want, if that's so please.
So important.
Then you get Johnson, Talabi, Semikini.
Johnson, Talabi.
I just want example. Do you understand? So I'm just saying there are ways around it to go around that issue. So to me, it's
but I think there's a bit of things are beginning to evolve recently because take for instance, I want to say for those that are learned amongst them, they are beginning to balance it to some extent. Take for instance, my late father started a company which is Evosec, which is the offshoot of what I'm doing presently, and I happen to be the first daughter, the first child, and my immediate younger brother is there. So for him, before we lost him, he had already put in the directors in we have the directors and all of that. I'm part of the directors, regardless of the fact that whether and funny enough, when we lost him at a time that we never even we never even expected he was going to go at that particular point in time, and we needed to keep running the legacy. And because I watched and I looked at a legacy that the man has built all the days of his life, and I'm like, am I going to watch this die? I took it up over my. That was what brought me into the police force.
Wow.
That was what brought me into the police force. So the thing there is for parents who are still in the dark, still feeling that, my male child is the only one that can carry on with my legacy, I think is a level of knowledge they are exposed to. So over time, some persons are beginning to get that exposure, and they are, it's a bit flexible.
Okay, so let me remind you, we're still in WIC, Women in Conversation. And like I said, we have a police in the house. If you look for our trouble, it's all over for you. It's all over for you. So we're still talking on the girl child and the boy child. Chisom.
Yeah, so there's when Abiodun talked about female inheritance, property inheritance. As a lawyer, I've dealt with so many will arrangements and all of that, letter of administration and will reading and all those things. And I found out that 90% of this will, the sharing of the property, you'll be hearing my 2-story building goes to my third son, fourth son, and then there was one that he only gave the daughter just a room. I think the house had, what this Face Me and Face You house, he gave her just the room. And as a lawyer and this confidentiality thing, I can't put in my emotional opinion.
Okay, Chisom, I'm going to cut you short there because we're going to be going on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. This is WIC Women in Conversation, and I still have Chisom in the house, Mercy and Abiodun. It's good you're staying tuned to understand the legal aspect of the boy child and the girl child. Jason was talking about the legal aspect. But before you go on, I'm going to bring in a special family, which I think they're having this legal tussle over their father's death. And it's the Access Bank man, if you remember. I think they're fighting the daughter because she's a girl. I'm sure if the first son was still alive, they won't be having this fight. So what's your take on that?
Okay, like I was saying, so it's recently, this will is recent, 2025, and it's still happening. They gave the lady just a room, like I was saying. He shared property, and is an extended family, so there are a lot of sons. It's a typical Igbo family, so lots of sons, few daughters, so it's expected. So just the only daughter they had, he just gave her a room. And then I just made a comment like, I was just talking with the wife that, your daughter just a room and all that. So she said that there's an impression in the home that any lady, if you're a female from that family, automatically the reason why they don't give you property is because you end up giving it to your husband. And I was trying to understand how that makes sense. They feel whatever is given to you, your husband has to take it. So there's still a patriarchal, strong system holding that family. So no matter what a female child does, your success is attached to your husband. So meaning the property would still, the name of the property would still die. So instead, they just give her maybe a room to sell. And let it just be that she's not part of the home. I even made a post about that, and a lot of people were talking about their own experience in their own family, what they end up getting and all of that. So the issue of the Access Bank own is the same thing. When there's a will and they find out that, either they give, even giving to the wife is an issue. Yes, sir. The wife of the man who has struggled with this man, they end up giving her nothing. They give to maybe the children, the male children who are there. And it makes no difference. I mean, if you give it to a male or you give it to a female, how do this child manage the property? I mean, it doesn't, it's even, I think I prefer the Yoruba culture in that aspect. They don't place emphasis on a child. Yes, a child is a child. A child is a blessing to them, unlike the Igbo system. So it affects, legal acquisition of property in a home and all of that. But you need to give your child something, your female child. You need to acknowledge her presence in the home. Yes, she also deserves the same quality of inheritance that you are giving the male children. And I think that what is, because we are all talking about this now is different, and I figured out that what is actually making the change is the orientation of the female child, not the society. Not the society, because the whole society still sees men as just the way you're a police officer. I think we have a military officer in my family. So I think the first time they were like, we have a military officer, my dad was just saying, we have a military, and she's a female. It's a female. So everybody will just say, he. I want to know, I want to meet him. Where is he? And so my dad was like, no, she's a woman. And so they're like, So all those, there are women who are submissive to the patriarchy, like those older, much Igbo women. So they're like, is she married? Will she be able to? They were not even trying to know her competence. Wow, this is, so that's a problem. So it's we, the women, your mindset, if you can change it, like you who is a police officer, for you to even have that courage to stand and say, this is who I am. Because a lot of people will look at you and say, oh no, who asked you to join this? Why did you do this? And all of that. So if we women can change our mindset, if you're training a female child, let her know that the world is a man's world. So you need to be courageous in anything you're doing. And it happens everywhere. I think even my auntie was complaining at one point that the daughter got a lead role for this school play that they do. So they ended up giving the lead role to a guy. But the girl could play that role better. So that is the issue. From that, starting from the scratch, she had already seen that this is because I'm a girl, and I have to do this. And so that's the issue. We should train children in a way that they know that you are also, you deserve whatever position you want to be. Property acquisition, even the wife, that's why I said I prefer the Yoruba culture. If you're in a room where they are reading the will and it's a Yoruba family, and the mother is hearing, oh, this person is too rude, and it's not maybe equal. The way the woman has a voice, they would, no, what do you mean? What do you mean? But then the reverse is the case in the Igbo culture. The woman will just be quiet, just like, you know, because you don't talk where the umunas are there and you're talking. Who are you to talk? Don't you have
sit down, you're just a wife.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Okay. Yes. So we need to change that. We women, we need to change
your orientation.
Yes.
Chisom is advising us as a legal practitioner. We need to change that mindset. But anyway, let me take it to the aspect of polygamy. Okay, so when a rich man or a man has many wives, and you know, so maybe one of the wives has all boys, another one has all girls, and he passes on. Property has to be shared. All the properties goes to the boys.
You know, this thing, this whole thing we are talking about, it's so sensitive that, because these are the reality of, you know, in our time, that you see some women at the end of their life, towards the end of their life, they feel so bitter. They feel they've wasted so much of their time. And, you know, in terms of being alive for themselves, they are already dying inside because of some certain things, or all of these particular issues that we are mentioning. I've seen women who feel less of themselves because they have all females. You know, even their potential, their ability to be able to give back or do some certain things are being withdrawn from them because they have all females. So my question now is the gender a female? Are we the one, as a female, are you the one dictating the gender that comes out of you at the long run? I think we need to ask this men these questions. because because the question here is, you are not the one dictating the gender. The man in question is the one.
Is the one.
Medically,
biologically.
Yes. It's not dictated. Why? So why make a problem? Why make an issue out of all this? So I feel the men too needs to be educated, like we rightly mentioned. We are empowering our women to understand that yes, being having female children is never at disadvantage. It is a gift from God. It's a gift from God, and as such, you must empower them, regardless of what the society is throwing at to the female. Empower them. Let them know they can be all that God have designed them to be, regardless of their gender. So I feel this point. The point here now is that as we are empowering the women, we also need to educate the men. Let them know that it is not the women are not the dictators. You drop it. Oh God. You put the men there. You are very I have seen a lot of women. No, see, there was a case that happened recently. A man left his wife, a woman with 4 girls.
Oh wow.
All because
she couldn't give him
a meal. And you left her and went outside for another woman.
The problem is they feel entitled. That's
it.
There's this sense
of
bragging, entitlement, because you're a male child and all of that.
So that is the point. I think the lot of trainings we've been having, and that is where I was trying to, I was trying to mention something, that the way it's going now, we are having more empowered women.
Yes.
And the men, we are leaving them gradually, kind of. So, but I think we need to create a balance.
WIC is actually trying to create that balance with this, put up together. This conversation we usually have for women. This is where women talk about everything. Abby, now, Edith probably will be in our next program tomorrow. But then, she said something one of our programs. She said one of the episodes. She said when they have a male child, they throw powder around.
I remember,
and they're excited that they have a male child. And some of these male children are the ones in the motor park, the Agberos that 4 teeth. I think those were the right words she used. That 4 teeth would have gone up from their mouth. What if the male child happens to be that kind of person? What do you think the family should do at this time? Should still, will everything to that child or to the female child that is coming after the male child?
Okay, now, what I know now, wise people, family are making the will before they pass on. So you can assess situations. Like I speak to a lot of older people, and there's this particular lady, she's selling all her properties. Yeah, and these are properties where...
Pardon me, I needed to laugh.
Now, that our father passed on, and the father made it into a trust where the legacy goes on. But now, as you know, in Nigeria, there's a way around it somehow. But and I asked, I said, I thought you can't sell this. She said that if she doesn't sell it, that our children will fight, that there will be trouble. So she has to sell it and share everything before she goes. So to me, and then you know your child. If you have a child that's a drug addict, you're not going to will. I mean, if you, while you're alive, you put things in place where that maybe there will be a trustee that will be guiding that child with some money allowance and everything, so that it doesn't just blow it. And then again, you just, when you're saying that, you need to, well, for I know in our culture, we share is equally. There's nothing like first son or second son, although, we give,
a bit of preference.
To the first son. Some family, it depends. They will more to the son because maybe they're taking over the company. I think you assess each child. Each child has a gift, has a potential. You see where each one sits.
Yes.
Like, for example, now see the Queen of England. She did a fantastic job for how many years? She's one of the best. So when so I think it's education that you just put all you can into every child. Do your best.
Okay, let's quickly have the last question before time, because I've just been told that our time is almost up. Okay, let me go to the legal aspect of when all the children and, I don't want to use the negative words, are not in the right position to take care of the property. Like, for example, Bobby Benson. We know that his property was abandoned for so many years until Lagos State government took over it. Do you think Lagos State government had the right to take over it? Was it Lagos State government or federal government? I don't know. I stand to be corrected. But one of the governments took the property over.
Okay, normally the government has a right to acquire any land in Lagos.
Okay.
I mean, it's the state. The land belongs to the state. But then if it's a private property, fine. But then when the property has been abandoned, it's not of use, and the government deems it fit that maybe this will be good for recreational purpose or be good for the state and all of that, and they pick interest in that property, they can acquire it. Okay. So first thing, I think in relation to our topic, what I would say is for people to understand that there is no specific law that says you must give your property based on gender. I think people need to know that. But a lot of people are scared. Sometimes I see some family members saying, I don't want trouble, please. They just allow them to give it to the man who I don't want to. Maybe they sue her, and then, because definitely a will, you can contest a will. What happened with the owner of Access Bank? They contested the will. If the will is, why did you give to that woman now? And everybody's fighting. They will go to court and all of that. So because some of these women are scared, how would they face a lawsuit? If you have a heart for a lawsuit, so I don't want to be in the public, just give them this thing ahead. So that was why I said women need to be courageous. You need to have that mindset to fight and all of that. So everybody needs to know that our constitution does not in any way promote discrimination, gender discrimination. I mean, we even have our laws for it, that you don't give any property based on gender and all of that. So I think that it should stop. So everybody understands legally, you can have your property, make sure you're sharing your property. It doesn't mean, she's a lady, is a man. Just the way Abe said, based on personality. You know the personality of your children and all of that, so which is actually very important.
Oh, Chisom, I think we have to pay you for this. Anyways, thank you so much for making it so clear that, it's not the legal right for a male child to acquire all the properties. It's just the family's decision or the man's decision. Anyway, we come to the end of today's WIC. This topic is going to be extended to another episode because it's actually a topic we need to really, really clarify. So that's, I don't know, it might be our next episode, same time tomorrow. So join us tomorrow for another episode of WIC. I'm Patricia.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to today's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria. I am Wilson Marshall. Today on 60 Minutes Nigeria, we're diving into what is happening in the southeastern part, of Nigeria, zooming into Anambra State, where there seems to be this standoff between the governor and the traders at the main market. I know you are aware of this sit-at-home order issued by IPOB, and Anambarians, they are used to it. Every Monday, nobody goes out. You don't try it. It became so bad that some persons trying to violate such rules in the hinterlands, even in the urban area, they were dealt with. And people like saying that security personnel failed them in that particular regard. For that reason, they were coerced, forced to always obey the sit-at-home order. But here comes the twist. It's like a power tussle between the governor and those that are being governed. So it was like saying, look, all this sit at home is draining the economy of Anambra State. After all, that market seems to be the center of commerce in Anambra State. If you know the Shamin market very well, you know what I'm talking about. I was opinion that why would you go and obey a proscribed body like IPOB? They give you an order, you obey without argument. IPOB sneezes, it'll be prescribed, yeah. You cut code. And the governor is saying, for crying out loud, scrap that particular order. Go back to the market, do your business, earn a living, and of course, returns will be given back to the government via taxes. But these traders, according to them, because of experience, they choose to obey the prescribed IPOB order. And that didn't go down too well with Governor Chukwuma Soludo. He said, fine, if you guys are hell-bent on obeying IPOB, no market for you guys. And that was where the cookie crumbled. We want to take a look at this matter holistically. With my analysts, I know they have so much to say about it, ranging from security situations, security challenges, you just name it, to the closure of the market. Though negotiation is ongoing for them to report the market, but it's been done already some few days ago. And traders, they have been protesting. Is this the right move by Governor Chukwuma Soludo? With me here in the studio to talk about this, I have a professor with me in the studio. Yeah, Professor Olo Owen. Thank you so much for coming on today's show. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you.
All right. Professor in mathematics, right?
Yes.
Mathematics. But once you start talking politics, you'll be like, come on, I thought you were a mathematician. How come you're so vibrant in politics? Anyway, he was one time, right? The president of
the Senior Staff Club, Investor of Benin.
Yeah, so that's the politics and him talking. All right. So very close to him, he is a clergyman, political affairs commentator, political analyst. Joining to welcome Bishop Bright Olumese. Bishop, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So aside the pulpit, you dive into politics also.
Good afternoon, viewers at home.
All right, Onitsha. The Commercial Nerve Center of Anambra State, some call it the Commercial Nerve Center of the eastern part of Nigeria, shut down because the traders choose to obey IPOB rather than obeying the government of the day. Prof, take it up from there. What do you feel about this situation?
When you say Onitsha is the
Commercial Nerve
Center of
Anambra State,
that is you are demeaning that market. That's that Onitsha main market.
Yes.
Onitsha main market. It's not just the commercial nerve center of Anambra State. It's not just the commercial nerve center of the southeast. It transcends beyond that. One of the biggest markets in West Africa. One of the biggest markets in West Africa. That market. And I want to, like what the governor was saying, I think on Monday when he visited that market, he was saying when something is done continuously over and over for a year, it becomes culture, technically. And that is what this sit-at-home thing has become. You know, while I was here, while you were giving the preamble to this discussion, I was reflecting. It appears this sit-at-home order that was issued by IPOB, I was reflecting if it does even precede this administration of Chukwuma Soludo. I mean, the sit-at-home order issued by IPOB every Monday, it's something that I think has been there for a while, for years. And to be very honest with you, nobody, like the governor said, or the aides, or some aides to the governor, they were like, the state loses billions of naira daily. And some we argue, some places may argue, like, how does the state lose such an amount of money on a daily basis? Is it the state government that is coming to the market to trade on the? It's not the state government. But like you were also, when you were talking to the, when you were giving the preamble, there are many other things like paying tax, you know, and then also levy, local government levy, and all those things they collect from market people and like that. And then all those things too. Not to talk of the turnover, not to talk of how that will boost the economy, the commerce of the Southeast. So I believe what the governor did out of, one would say, frustration. It appears the people of Anambra State, particularly the people trading down in Onitsha main market, they have lost faith in the government. And lost faith in the sense that they have lost faith in the government being able to protect them. One of the core responsibility of government is the protection of the citizens. And it appears the citizens or the traders in the Onitsha market, not only market, even government parastatals, government establishment, departments of government and all MDAs and all that, they used to also shut down.
The way they sit at home, directing.
Yes, it was a general thing. It was like as if there was no movement in Anambra State. Every Monday, not only Anambra, in the Southeast. But Governor Chukwuma Soludo became frustrated with the whole thing. And I want to believe that, because I watched him live on TV while he was talking about, he visited the market, and then that main market, according to him, visited the one in Oka, some other key markets, and those ones obeyed the governor's directive to open that market, open their market. But when it came to Onitsha main market, they didn't obey the order. And of course, when you look at comments from people, some persons were saying the energy that the governor is using to shut this place down, the energy, the security apparatus that he has also commanded to also effect that shutdown. Because the governor there and there issued and said, this market, every Monday they will be visiting markets. If that market is opened, it's not open on Monday, that market will be shut down for that particular week. So, and of course, to ensure that, you cannot just issue such directive and just, you must deploy security to ensure that your directive is carried out. So people are talking that, oh, this power that you are using to do this now, if you can use the same power to provide security for the traders, because once it happens, why are the people afraid to come out to come out and do their business on Monday? It's because of their security. All right. Because they believe that the government cannot secure them, as the case may be.
All right.
And if anything happens now, the governor will just come and release a press statement. Oh, we will do our best to track down the criminals, and then the whole thing will just end there. The person that has lost his life would have lost his life. So the government needs to, from what people are saying, provide adequate security
we'll come
to those
to that.
marketplaces so that
we will come to
have
that.
the confidence to go about their business usual.
All right. Well, Bishop, you heard Prof. It's all about trust right now. That people do not trust the government to protect them. After all, when IPOB was on rampage, you could see the mayhem unleashed on the people of Anambra State and beyond, all because they choose to defy the order, sit at home every Monday. Lives were lost. Properties were destroyed. Right now, the governor is like putting his foot on the ground, saying, you have to obey me. I'm the only government or the governor known in this particular state. Was he so harsh in taking that decision? Or do you feel I would have done something better to at least persuade the people to obey his instruction?
Okay, thank you, Wisi. And if you're at home, this is a very, funny situation. And it's always a Nigeria situation. When I mean Nigeria thing is that there are certain things that happen, you'll discover, no, these are Nigeria factors. Okay, these are the permutation. Number one, the government of Anambra just woke up to the reality that non-state actors, are controlling a very important part of the state, which is the economy of the state.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. And now they choose to take action. Now, when you look at the Soludo, this is my personal opinion anyway. He's playing he's fronting for the the so-called people behind, whether it be federal government or people of interest. Now, would Soludo have done this before his election? Is another question of his own. But looking at the sit at order that was issued by the proscribed indigenous of Biafra in 2021, it has lasted from 2021 to this date. Now, the point I'm making is that the people, the average Igbo man, will risk his life to do business. Before this sit at home was enforced, people died. Properties worth millions, if not more than millions, destroyed. It's just not enough for you to come and say, we are government. Where have you been? Did you just wake up to become government? So it's a two-part to it. We want to have seen that, okay, security measure has been put in place. There's an helicopter that is moving around the space, guaranteeing security. These people want to do business. These guys also run lost because most of their businesses, they take facilities to facilitate their businesses. But they also know that you have to be alive to do business. So, in other words, the statement of the governor was also a way of, look, we want to act now. And we have to do something. Let's see what will come out of it. I dare you, these airport guys, if they insisted and they strike, the government will be helpless. So the point I'm making is that, okay, why is there say Nigeria factors? If I was to be one of those people that will advise Soludo, is move good, even though I question the timing. Where have you been? So, but all the same, according to people said, anytime you wake up is your morning. So now, I would have recommended he sponsor a counter negotiation. In other words, what is happening behind the scene, according to what we heard as of today, the leadership of the market had gone to meet with the leadership of the IPOB. Please look at the situation. We can't going to close down this market as you guys have what? It's why we will lose more money. What should we do? If you have asked me behind the scene, this is what government should have done.
To go behind the scene to
sponsor, yeah.
But they are saying that this is prescribed already.
Oh yes, you say prescribed, but go to the banditry. We heard that negotiations goes on before people are released. Because people being released, people are not arrested, and all of that. The way to peace is peace, and all of that. So the point I'm making is that this is my call, Governor Soludo. Thank you. But this is a wake-up call to take responsibility, because if this market open next Monday and they burnt this property, the government should be held responsible. So, when responsible, you won't bring back the life that's already lost. So that's the reason why the kick and stick approach remain one of the internal mechanisms.
With the carrot and stick approach?
Yes, because now that the leadership of the market had gone ahead, so okay, look, we won't just follow this governor's directive. This is not today. We have been seeing this directive before. And when they can't protect us, they allow us to go back home. We don't want to lose anybody. So now they are negotiating. As the report this afternoon, I was following them on social media, that they are negotiating with the president. They will soon give an order.
From who right now?
They prescribe individual people of their leaders are known.
All right, hold on. I'll come back to you. You just raised a vital point, because Mr. Governor talking about Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo wants to prove a point. People are talking about the timing right now. What he's doing, is it politically motivated, or Is it the right thing for him to do? That is on one hand, Prof. On the other hand, he talked about negotiating with the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra.
Get me right, not the government negotiating. He should sponsor. Yes, sponsor.
Direct or indirect is the one doing it.
But yes, that is it.
Okay, fine. Now, hold on. Now, what do you feel about his own concept?
It's my opinion.
Yeah, of course I know that.
It's quite pathetic. That's why we talked about Nigerian factor. And that's why we are practically where we are. That's why we are technically we are not making enough progress as far as security situations are concerned in this country. Because let me just say this thing: the government have refused to take the bull by the horn. Let's take it at that. Take the bull by the horn. This issue of negotiation because of interest. You negotiate because there is this allegation that those northern governors used to negotiate with Boko Haram, swap people to release, to release kidnapped victims, as the case may be. They used to negotiate, but they will come on air and they deny everything that they never done negotiation. And all these things started like a drop of water. You get, because of why? Because of initially, these are our people. These people who are doing this kidnapping. Sentiments. Do you get what I'm saying? Sentiment. These people are our people. They are proving a point. Western education is bad. They are trying to ensure that this Islamic religion that we also are practicing, they ensure that this religion also goes around the country, which is also technically the mindset and the agenda of these people who are in power. So because of that, they will succumb to negotiate with them because they are pushing the same agenda. Now let's bring it down to IPOB. Indigenous people of Biafra. What is IPOB? Or the proscribed IPOB now? What are they? What is that IPOB? What is it set up for? Why did it come into existence in the first place? To push for what now? For the independence.
Yes, for
self-succession.
Yes.
Self-governance.
Yes.
All right.
Biafra.
All right, Republic. You just hold on. When we return, you continue with your line of thought. We want to take a break. We'll be right back. If you just join us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria, reaching you live from Benin City, Edo State, where we are taking a look at what is really going on in the eastern part of the country, Anambra State to be precise. Yes, the shutdown of Onitsha main market are claimed to be the commercial nerve center. Okay, Prof said West Africa, and is not far from the truth because the market is huge. Revenue, billions being churned out every day. Some are saying the governor was so emotional by ordering the shutdown of the market because the people, the traders, opted to observe or to obey IPOB instead of the government of the day. Please, Prof, continue with your line of thought before we to that break.
Yeah, before the break, I was trying to make an analogy that what is affecting us in this part of the world, Nigeria, is sectionalism. You see the way the northern governors and northern elites are very careful before now in dealing with the issue of Boko Haram. They've been petting the issues because why? They share sentiments with the campaign of the Boko Haram. Initially they say, Boko Haram was Western education is bad, propagating Islam, which many of the governors in the north are also part of. They are Islamic people, and so since Boko Haram was actually projecting an Islamic agenda, though in a federal system, they themselves, they have some support for that agenda that they are pushing. So when it comes to, these Boko Haram people, stamp them out, they were very reluctant in doing that before now, until recently. Now, because those people, why? Those Boko Haram people, those Iswa people, they are brothers. There was this man, this Sheikh Gumi, that will come out and tell you that these people are their brothers. We cannot go and be killing them. Whereas these people kill people in hundreds, almost monthly and yearly as the case may be. Now, let's bring that down to the southeast, the IPOB people. I said IPOB people, the interest of IPOB is to kind of, they are pushing for secession. They are trying to continue what was aborted in 1973 or 71, the Civil War.
Okay.
They are pushing for their own indigenous country, that's Biafra Republic. And of course, let me tell you, many of the Igbos share that sentiment.
Very well.
I'm telling you, they share that sentiment. So that is why I will say that before now, the southeastern governors have been handling IPOB issue with kid gloves. And that's why they will tell you, oh, they will see the soldiers, they will come out. They used to say these soldiers are from the north, they are Hausa people, they are Fulani people, they will come and they go after them and they kill them in their tents and in their hundreds. The Southeasterners, many of them may not be happy that they are killing people like that. Why are they obeying IPOB instead of obeying the government? Somebody was saying something which day that somebody was shot and killed in one very volatile area in this Benin where the boys are known to be very hard boys. He said immediately they shot the person, everybody just disappeared. Whereas just one person brought gun and how many rounds of ammunition can that gun apparently have? Okay. Why the boys not go there and just
hold on to the boy that was shooting?
Now the issue is this: these people who are obeying this whatever order, they share sentiment with what IPOB is preaching, which is Republic of Biafra.
All right.
And now, because to me, if the governors of the southeast, because it's not only an Anambra thing, this proscription, this sit-at-home order, it was formerly in the old, I think it's still there. They are obeying it because of the sentiment that they share. And now that the governor, Soludo, wants to make a point, because like I was saying before, my friend here said, oh, this IPOB thing started in 2021, of course preceding Soludo, who came in 2022. So this sit-at-home matter is even preceding Soludo. Soludo wants to make a point. There was something you asked, if it is political or the case may be. Soludo just want to score one point that, oh, it was during my time we stopped this sit-at-home, just like the way Governor Okpawolo has written his name in history as the first governor in Edo State who has brought a flyover to Edo State.
I'll come back to you, Prof.
All right. Yeah. So what Soludo wants to do?
All right. Is it about making a point or about the security of lives and properties?
Okay. Yeah, you see, like we said, the first business of government is to protect life and property. Coming into this issue as referred to Anambra sit-at-home, the order of the closure of the market. Now, first of all, the right to protest, especially when it is not a harmful protest, is a universal right. Do you get that right? I remember there's a shop very close to my place. There was an issue, and the woman paid for it. Somehow the man said, no, you won't do this business, that I want to refund your money. The woman refused to collect the money. The woman insisted that the shop should remain closed until her money expired. And that was what happened. We all tried to say, no, this is not fair. He says, no, it's not what is fair. She is being marginalized. She protested, and that was her, and all of that. So, in other words, coming into the way it's affecting the states as well. That's why I was trying to think if I was on the, I would want, one of the beauty of democracy or of a leader is that he had achieved this for legacy purpose. Because most of our politicians today, that's what they do. They want to just do so. I once had a interaction with one chief executive. Why are you doing like this? Why they expand this one? I say, no, but Bishop, why do you talk like this? So I want to put this project far away. People will not see it. I want to put it where people can see it. If I put it there, they'll think I did not work. I said, but you are choking the place. Expand it. Say, no, Bishop, let somebody else come and do the expansion. Nigeria have not developed that. If I do that, they will think I did not do anything. Just paint this building and people will say you are working. And that's a very terrible situation. You are not solving the problem. And that's what I'm saying. Will this solve the problem? No. The people are saying there is injustice. This sit-at-home didn't start with the agitation. The agitation has been on for decades. This agitation started when their leader, they believed that was illegally arrested. According to them, they said that his place, the soldier invaded his house. All of those arguments are still on and all of that. So now, the point I'm making is that the governors of the Southeast is like maybe they lack the political will because when you get to the southwest, who did almost the same thing, is at home today and all of that, because the governors came together, the elders, they have elders, came together and all of that. So the issue is that.
All right, now you just hold on. We'll continue the line of thought after this break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. And we're taking a look at what is happening in Anambra State, where Governor Chukwuma Soludo opined that there will be no going back on the closure of Onitsha main market because the traders opted to obey IPOB rather than obeying the government of the day led by himself, Charles Chukwuma Soludo. And I have Bishop Bright Olumese and of course Professor Owen Olowo. They have been sharing their thoughts and opinion with regards to what is going on in Anambra State. Well, Bishop, continue with your line of thought.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to establish that the governor would also have an alternative way of solving this kind of problem. It's a problem. We want to see that we could raise leaders who can step into issues like this. Like I said, it was even terrible for non-state actors to control the very most vital part of your state, which is the economy. It means they can shut down the state. That's what that means. So, in other words, coming up, now you now look at the both sides. Number one, if any person who owns a particular shop, I don't know any shop in this state or any state where you force the owner of the shop to open the shop. Are you sure you have what I'm saying? So now, but all the same, now that there is an issue, there is a government order, there is a situation. Now, what I think the government should have done, there's a leadership of that market. It's called the leadership. This is what we want. Then, the behind the scene, every government all over the world does it. The important thing is getting a result and all of that. So, but the way it is right now, if the people comes out, open the shop, and there is a backfire, what do? We don't want crisis in any of our states. So the point I'm making is that right now, the economy situation of Anambra State is a little bit stable now compared to when it was very hot. Remember, there was one time it took 2 days. I remember one time I was to travel through that road. I couldn't, no vehicle was going. They said there is a seat at home and all of that. I remember one time I was to come back. I have to now take flight to Lagos and take flight to Benin because the roads weren't working. It was schools, government offices, it's getting better now. It's getting better. But I know that main market is the major. If you guarantee those traders that there will be security, they will come out. I want to see that the governor on Monday resume that market with them. It means the place will be secure, safe, and all of that. So, because when there is an attack, if there's no reprisal, the people suffer. It is unethical that somebody goes out to get means of livelihood and he lost his life within the process when he paid tax to government who have the constitutional authority to protect him or her. I don't have the right to carry a gun to protect myself. That's why I pay tax for government to provide security, logistics to protect me. So if I now discover going to this place to do business is not safe, what is safe first of all globally is hide your head. That's why you seek asylum. Hide your head. Yes, when a place become not safe, you cannot migrate and seek asylum and give reasons. And when it is investigated, your asylum will be granted. Yes, it's a global state. So the point I'm making is that we commend Governor Soludo. Like I also said, he's a politician. If you have tried that first tenure, they won't give you second tenure. Because whether you like these people sitting down at home, they also, like Prof said, they share settlement with the view. That's why they didn't resist it. Because these so people they can. No, hold on. At first they resisted and they were brutally dealt with. Some people lost their lives. That is the emotional part of it. When the governor will just come and usually say, like as if it's the people's problem. The governor must remember. I remember when we watch on social media, even mainstream, where cars burnt. People burnt because they disobey these so-called orders. Now, the point is that it's a problem. Like I also listen to the government when you say if a taboo state for more than a year, it now become a culture. Oh, we don't want this to become a culture because people are surviving with the business of their bed. What security is a right. What we do is securing these people because these bad guys. This is the point I'm making. I've been to the main market. You have also been there. There's a place you go to. When there's an attack, what is the reprisal? Are there armor tank right now at the front of the main market? Should the case there is a reprisal? Are there helicopters going up around? When you match word with action, people will definitely follow you. We want the problem solved.
All right. Now, some of the opinion that Governor Chukwuma Soludo is like chopping off the head to cure this headache. Because they choose to stay at home for just a day, you went over to say for that disobedience, a solid 1 week, nobody should go to the market.
That's much.
Come on, Prof.
What if I tell you that this order is not about economic reason?
Whose order?
The governor's order.
To shut up for 1 week.
To reopen the market for business so that they don't obey this sit at home. It's not about, they are whipping up that sentiment. Oh, economic reason. Oh, they are losing 8 billion naira. That was what I was to say when you just asked me that question now. Just imagine that the market is not shut down for an extra 6 days. That's like 6 weeks. Yes. That's 6 Mondays. You know what I'm saying?
Multiply by that 8 billion.
Just wait, sir. What 8 billion times 6? That's 48 billion naira. I get what I'm saying? But another 8 billion naira. That's how many now? 56 billion naira. But that is not about what I'm trying to say is that this order to reopen the market is what I will call the final push.
The final push.
Yes. And when you want to break a ceiling, when you want to get to another level, it's always very difficult. It's the final push because why I say final push is this is at home order was affecting every parastatal, private and public. On Mondays, there's no vehicles don't drive. It's a sit-at-home order, not just for market people, including those who are working for the government. And the governor has issued an order that if you don't come to work on Monday, your salary will be deducted. And all the government offices, according to what I read and saw in the news, all the government offices are now open, including all those other markets in Onitsha,
smaller markets,
Oka and every other place, they are now open. Now, this order that this governor has given now, it's not about, it's about making a point, it's about putting your foot down as governor.
No matter whose ox is gone.
Yes, it's about putting your foot down as governor. It's not about what the government of Anambra State, I can tell you for free, can survive without anything coming from that market.
Yeah.
Are you sure about
Yes,
that?
I'm very sure. Okay, my brother.
We are talking about close to 40% of Anambra will coming from that
market for 1 year now.
Says who? Says who? Who gave us that statistics?
COVID-19 shut down that market for 1 year. No, they said it. Anambra government said it by themselves.
Those are just a sentiment to justify.
Well, this from the government. The government itself saying 8 billion lost. Each time you stay at home without doing business.
What I'm telling you now is just things to say to justify the action of the government. You want to do something, you need to justify your action. You want to issue an order. You have told people that people should come to market on Mondays and open the market on Mondays. You must justify the reason why you are saying so. The government can survive. Government is big. Do you know how much Anambra State gets every month from
COVID-19 shut down 1 year.
There was no market, no business. COVID-19. They were paying salaries.
Yes, now they were
paying salaries. The government survived. So the idea of saying, "Oh, we lost 8 billion every Monday that you don't open the market,"
beyond that,
is to whip up sentiment. Is to make you an anti.
If the government survive, what about the people? What about the traders? What about those going to the market to do business? What about the families?
It's just meant to justify the action of government. It's not as if the government will crumble if Onitsha market is closed for a year. The government will not crumble. It's just a final push to show that government institution has power more than an individual. Do you know what I'm saying? And for your information, sir, it will work. Nigeria will like force. You know, this is like, I don't want to bring this into this matter, but this is like what Bishop was saying just now. This is like when our president, May 29, when he was inaugurated in 2023, and said subsidy is gone. And we know what that statement meant. A lot of things happened because of that singular statement. People took advantage. where the fuel has not even been increased. People started, in fact, people started doing their thing, and there was so much pressure on the Nigerian economy, so much pressure on the Nigerian government because of that singular statement. Because why the critics were saying, oh, before you made this kind of statement, you should have created buffers, you should have created things that people will to cushion the impact of that subsidy removal. Not just coming to say subsidy is gone without the necessary
backing, so to speak.
So that is exactly what is also happening in this case.
Right.
Okay, so Ludo is saying go to the market. People are now saying, okay, you're saying go to the market now. What security have you provided for us to go to the market? It's not about whether they are losing money or not. It's about putting his feet on the ground. It's about making the state work. It's about establishing that government is bigger than any single individual. It's about restoring order, restoring normalcy to the southeast. Once Anambra gets it right, sir, every part of the southeast will also get it right. And again, they have also gotten it right too in terms of workers, government workers, bankers, and all the other people who are also going to work. Vehicles are moving freely, as the case may be, on Mondays now. Now, the final push.
No, hold on. Because you said freely.
Yeah, well, let me put it this way, relatively freely. Compared to before.
Let me cut to Bishop.
No, see, so what we are saying is that the government just want to prove a point. It's not as if it's about economy.
Okay, hold on, sir. Hold on. Proving a point. To whose expense? I mean, it's like, to whose detriment? Because I'm saying that since you shut down this market for a week, the rate of crime will increase.
Heavily,
Because people may not have where to fall back to. You have thousands of youths that depend directly or indirectly on that particular market. Not even tens of thousands. Families depend, they rely on the market. Now you shut down the market. How are they going to survive?
Okay, now like what Prof said just now is beyond just economy. Now, before the global community, remember the leader was also a citizen of another country by stadium, not by birth. It's from Nigeria. So, but now you said this guy was wrong. But the whole of the millions of people in this region, they sit at home. It means that he's being politically. Are you sure? The situation of sit at home is creating more embarrassment for the government of Nigeria. Like I said, this is not just Soludo speaking. He has the backing. Most of the Southeast government, they were afraid of the whole thing. They were so careful with coming out. Do you get that right? Because the way some of all these guys, these people, the indigenous people behaved, they will seem they were so powerful and all of that. So at a particular time, we watch on, when they will stop police in their parade and all of that. So now, the guy arrested, persecuted, a sentence as it is right now, telling the world that he committed crime. But his people are still sitting in solidarity of what? Of him. It's creating so much news for concern. So now we got to break that bond. But now government should understand injustice. An ideology, you can't kill an ideology. You can only suppress it at a time. When they were Sarawuwa was being hanged, this what he said. You can only kill me, but you can't kill what I represent. After many years, we saw people take arm in that region to also fight and raise concern over what he raised then. So this is what I think. Number one, what many persons said the other time. These guys, what they are asking for, it's not a problem. Come to referendum and all of that, and win them there. Finish. Simple as that. You know how to ring election. Now, listen, let me tell you, this is the problem I have. If this was a political problem, we solely don't handle it like this. We see many cases in northern cases where they are killing people, they'll kill dozens of people, and say, no, the governor constitution does not give the president power to create state of emergency. But when it came to River State, the president now have power for not only remove the governor, remove all the House of Assembly, remove all the democratic elected office for 6 months. Supreme Court did not say anything.
Heaven did not fall.
Heaven did not fall. Why is it that when it is issue that concerns common man, if Soludo's person is in that market, will he tell it to go? We see. Will he tell it to go? Nigerians must answer that for themselves.
if one senator is trading in that market, will they open that market? Is a big question. Where is a political situation, you will now know that our political brains, they hot. Let me use that language. You will see they will mathematically, like professor who know how to solve all maths, bring out a
line and realign to bring out something.
So, Fubara is still governor today because there was a political word.
Realignment.
Yes,
okay.
Solution.
All
so
right.
the point is a situation of concern.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. Well, Prof, you heard him.
Yes, for me, I'm strongly behind. I'm strongly in support of Charles Soludo's order because the Nigerian, we lack force in this country. That's why you see Nigerians clamoring for military.
Sorry for interjecting. Before Boko Haram became a scout, so to speak, in another part of Nigeria, they say the main man of Boko Haram was executed publicly. That, according to report, led to the escalation of the situation. Let's come to the east a little bit.
Yeah.
They said because of the capture and, of course, the jailing of Nnamdi Kanu, that is why they have to reinforce or enforce without that seat at home.
Yeah.
As they are doing it, another man came up, Ikpia, though he's incarcerated right now. And maybe, God forbid, another one comes up again. Do you think this pressure on Alambarians and people on in the eastern part of Nigeria will kill the ideology? Do you think locking up the market for 1 week will make it to obey government of the day in Anambra State?
What you should be asking yourself now is, what is the reason why the government decided to lock the market for the whole week? The government decided to lock the market for the whole week simply because the traders did not obey the governor when the governor said open on Monday. You are the ones who are taking it the way you are taking it now, about suppressing ideology as the case may be.
And they say lock it for 1 week.
Yes, yes, yes. Because to every, this is third law of motion, to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Is this reaction equal?
Relatively equal.
In what way? I know you're a mathematician. In what way? 1 day shutdown versus 7 day shutdown. Where's relativity in this?
I'm going to tell you that by Monday. What I'm trying to say is that it's quite unfortunate in Nigeria, the only language we understand is force. That is why you will see people don't even respect policemen on the road again. No. But they don't, when they see army checkpoint, they comport themselves, they behave. The army does not need to hold gun. Just that uniform, people comport themselves. Or as you will see a policeman, sometimes high rank police officer, superintendent of police will be on the way with gun, and you will see people misbehaving. They will even argue with them. How many times have you seen people argue with soldier men? Because in Nigeria, our brains have been wired to respect force. And what the governor did now, I can tell you for free, by Monday you will see results. Now, the governor attested to the fact that in Oka, the capital of the state, the state capital, that the market there opened. Another market, though they didn't show us the clip.
People say there's no market there.
Okay, well,
it's like the governor's road is the people's road, because right now,
so what I'm trying to say,
people will just argue that after all, Oka is a capital.
No, when you say
that is an urban area.
So when you Onitsha is even more urban and stuff.
No. Oka, hold on. I schooled them way back. Nnamdi University, Oka.
Yes.
Oka is a civil servant. Capital, so to speak.
Okay.
And it is well developed. I'm not saying Onitsha, but what about the commercial nerve center? It's Onitsha.
Which part is busy, the busiest in the Anambra?
We have also Nnewi.
I know Nnewi is Interland.
The spare part market, Nnewi. But no, hold on, problem. Soludo, some call it gambit.
Okay.
Was like, let's do this to get this.
Yeah.
But some are saying that this is not proportional to Newton's third law of motion, which you point that every action there is an equal and opposite. But someone said this is not opposite. No, this is not equal. Though is opposite.
When you put something on a scale, I can put one. The weight of that Monday alone, it will balance the weight of the 6 days. When we say equal and opposite, it doesn't mean that because this one is 1 day, this one must also be 1 day too. What the effect of that 1 day on the economy of the state, as it is, or as it were, can balance up with those 6 days that Soludo is closing the market for. What I'm trying to say, I am not trying to justify the action of Soludo, but I'm saying that I think I'm intelligent with what Soludo has done, because that is the only language we understand. A governor has given his word, and we should not be quick to say that the government may not have provided adequate security to secure lives and property in the state. We shouldn't say that, because we don't have any proof to say that the government has not provided. Though you may rely on say, oh, these people in the market, they have come on air, they have come on social media to say, oh, there's no security and all that. But I want to believe that by this next Monday.
Sorry
now,
for cutting in, Prof.
This next Monday now,
Prof.
we're going to see that the market is open.
Prof.
Because you cannot be open one and market.
Prof, sorry for cutting in. When this item was very, very hot, the digital government dispersing police, military on a Monday to go say, you must go to work?
That's what I was saying now. The time has come now.
According to record, there was none.
This is not the final.
So can they not trust the government of the day?
Do you know why? Do you know why? I told you something just now, that this government of the Southeast, just the way the government in the North shared sentiments with Boko Haram, because of what Boko Haram is, shared sentiment before now. Let me rephrase. And now that the US and everybody's not interested now, everybody's distancing themselves from these people. Whereas, before now, they share sentiments. They have soft spot for these people, because why? What these people are preaching, they also like what they are preaching, but they may not be able to come out openly and identify with them. Before NASA, the government of the Southeast may be sharing sentiments with this IPOB because of what is IPOB preaching? IPOB is preaching for the independence of the Biafran people. Creating a country for Biafra. Now that the ships are done, the leader of the group, which is Nnamdi Kanu, is sentenced. The one that is in Finland, the one that was doing Radio Biafra from Finland and disrupting the peace of
been captured also.
Has been captured and then is facing trials, as the case may be. Nobody seems to be the arrowhead. I know there are other people that will also rise up, but it is good before they rise up, you crush the thing now.
All right, thank you.
Get it right now.
Thank you.
And the government and the market opens, my brother, and things return to normal. You will see that we will get our
Bishop, you're going to have the last line on this discussion. Do you think that Soludo have done something better than saying 6 days shutdown just to prove a point?
Okay,
and do you also feel that this will solve this particular problem of sit at home every Monday?
Okay, one of the reasons why this, not just 6 days, he said every Monday when he comes there to inspect the place, he is ready to shut it down for a year. The reason is because, number one of the strengths of a man is his income.
Livelihood.
Yes, livelihood. So when your livelihood is threatened, the tendency for you to submit or surrender. Remember the war, the Biafra war those days, when food stuff were cut. Ammunition didn't stop it. When food stuff that was cut, there was the end of war.
So they use that hunger instinct right now.
That's what they're using now. Now this is what I fear. This is what I fear. So that there will not be breakdown of law and order. If the people who own business in that market comes out massively tomorrow to that market, will you kill all of them? Okay. Do you know what's called mass protests? Can they go, do you know there will be a protest in that state now? The governor can stay. He will need federal assistance. So the issue is that it's both sides. Do you get that right? Why it's good that he had made the move. I also have said, and maybe I'm very sure he's also doing that, counter negotiation. This you guys, you are it's your market. Me, I don't get anything here. Like Professor Aicho said, the government can survive without the income from that market.
Yes.
It will affect you. You are a business owner. Go and tell these guys, negotiate with them and all of that. We are fighting them. We bring them to their knee and all of that. And while we are also negotiating the release of our son. Yes, the Igbo leaders have not kept quiet as well. In most, they are appealing to the president to grant clemency on the leader. So everything. So the issue is number one. He has started something. But at least what I was thinking, I thought he would open the market today. To be honest.
Okay. Thank you.
1 week.
Thank you.
Thank you. 1 week is too much, bro.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Because
Monday, they don't come on Monday.
They go another Monday.
Well, you've heard them. Let's see how this will pan out. But believe you me, some of the opinion that heavy protests will just brew maybe tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. We
don't want protest.
We do not want that.
Too costly.
We do not want that. So Governor Chukwuma Soludo should at least know how to really balance everything. Yeah. It's all about balance. Yes, equal and opposite. Action and reaction. Yeah. Is it proportional to the offense, so to speak? And if you choose to be the governor of the day, who will protect them against the
The ranting.
Ranting, manhandling, maiming, shooting of these proscribed people. Well, we are watching. Ours is to report back to you. Prof, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bishop, appreciate the word of analysis.
Thank you.
We'll do it again next week, Thursday, God willing. Bye for now. This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV,
ITV, certainly the best.